Let's say you have $0 in your saving account. How can you save money? Let's break it down with 5 tips. I'm Jacob Fisher, and we're going to start with tip number 1 right now.
Number 1, track your spending. You need to analyze your monthly spending so you can understand where your money is going. If you're not doing this, then it's going to be incredibly difficult to figure out where you can cut out unnecessary expenses. You need to take categories such as needs and wants and separate them. You need to pay your rent, but you don't really need to buy that $100 t-shirt. Though it might look pretty nice, you can put that $100 away into a savings account. Having this spreadsheet also helps you look at everything you're doing. You can see, oh, I'm spending this much on groceries this month. Maybe I'm spending this much on eating out this month. And put in direct budgets to help you with that. If you take your budget and you notice you're spending excess amounts in certain categories, then you know where you can start to break it down and spend a little bit less money. If you use a car to get to work, well, you kind of need to pay for the car, for insurance, and for gas. But if you happen to live in range for a bike from your work, then you might as well just bike. You can save that money on gas. You're still going to have to pay insurance and the car payments, but you do save a bit on gas. So summarize tip number 1, you got to track your spending. You got to see where your money's going before you can even start to try to dwindle down some of the categories. Tip number 2, be frugal. You don't need to go to the extremes and reuse your paper towels, but don't spend the extra $2 on Bounty paper towels. I'm sure the store brand is just as good. You don't need the absorption power of Bounty, even if you just saw it in a sponsored video. Looking at you, Babish. When you're at the store, a lot of things are always on sale. You should be able to save at least $5 per grocery store visit buying things on sale. Maybe you're making a smoothie every morning and it calls for blueberries, but strawberries are on sale. Well, just buy the strawberries, because you don't need to buy the blueberries when the strawberries are on sale. Another big expense that, well, millennials have is buying coffee out. Take a page out of Graham Stephan's book and make that 20-cent iced coffee every morning. Or make it warm, because who wants iced coffee? Speaking of, I didn't buy this cup. It was a gift from a race. One of the best race gifts I ever got. Tip number 3. Go out to eat less or eat during happy hour. Saving 50% on food is ideal. If you're going to a restaurant and when you normally would spend $20, you only spend $10, oh, look at that. You just saved $10 right there. And that's interesting because restaurants mark their food up an average of 300%. That means getting food 50% off is still making the restaurant some money. So don't feel bad about always eating at happy hour, because they do make money. You would, however, save more money just not eating out. But nah, people like to eat out sometimes. It's fun. You get to see the town, especially if you're somewhere new. You want to see what's going on. You can also save money and learn how to cook some amazing meals yourself. If you want some inspiration, then watch Binging with Babish. I know he uses Bounty paper towels, but we'll give it some credit. He was sponsored. And oh man, it is fun to make things from him. It's a whole event sometimes. You can even use it for a fun date night idea. You can make pasta from scratch. That sounds like a good time. It seems like both parties would enjoy that. You can show off your culinary skills with your date. They might even stick around for a second one if you do it right. Tip number 4. Use the 30-day rule. This means wait on buying something large for 30 days to see if you really want it. Do you need that new TV? Well, wait 30 days and find out. If you still really want it, then get it. Don't just not. I mean, you waited 30 days, you might as well get it if you really want it still. What about a new car, maybe a new scooter? You want to get that scooter downtown so you don't have to use the bird scooters. Well, wait 30 days and see what happens. Even a new car. Now, I know a car is a big purchase. If you're just browsing for cars, which I know I do sometimes for fun, you can wait 30 days to see how it goes. And see if you really want a new car or if you can stick with your old car. If your old car is falling apart, well, you might just need a new car. That's just how it goes. But this can also be applied to many other things. Maybe a new computer, backpack, jacket, new set of clothing, dress, all sorts of things. Just wait 30 days, and if you really want it, then get it. But you've already waited 30 days. That means that month, you didn't spend that much money on that item you were looking for, and that can be tossed in your savings. Boom, your savings are already picking up. Tip number 5. Get a credit card that rewards you with cash back. If you pay off your bill every month, consider that 2 to 5% that you get through cash back as just an extra bonus for yourself. You've pretty much saved 2 to 6% back each month from using that card. Of course, there's a lot of cards out there. There's some with low annual fees, no annual fees, and high annual fees. All of them have their specific person they're creating towards. Some are cash back cards, while some are just points for airlines and such. There's a lot of good cards you can get for things like free travel, but there are also a lot of good no annual fee cashback cards. You want the Citi Double Saver, Wells Fargo Propel, I think. There is a card that gives you 6% back at grocery stores, and that's the American Express Blue Cash Preferred card. Now, the annual fee is $95, but you get 6% back. So with some quick math, let's do some quick math here. To make up for that annual fee, you would need to spend in a year $1,500 at the grocery store. Did I do that right? Yeah. So in a month, that's $131 in a month. If you spend $131.94 in a month at the grocery store, then this is a good card. If you don't, well, then don't get the card because you won't make the annual fee up. You also get other things like 6% back on streaming services, 3% cash back on transit purchases, and 3% cash back at US gas stations. Let's take, for example, if you spend $6,000 a month, which is, $6,000 a month. If you spend $6,000 a year on groceries, that's the max you can get 6% back with this card. And you get that 6% back. You're getting $360 back per year, minus that $95 annual fee. You now have an extra $265 that you've saved just by using this credit card. And that's $265 that could be tossed into your savings per year. A little bit of compound interest, that thing is going sky high. A little bonus tip: don't save too much that you're not enjoying life. If you're sitting back and you're not going out, you're not enjoying yourself, you're not taking vacations, well, that's just not fun. You want to be able to enjoy life, but you do want to think about the retirement that you have later on. Consider this. For that last tip 5, if you want to travel more, get a travel credit card. That way you get points and you can spend all your points on airfare. That's perfect. That's what I do, and I spend next to nothing on airfare each year because I have so many points used for that. You have to live your life first. Or another quote from Graham Stephan, well, not him, but a Redditor that he quoted through his channel. Build the life you want and then save for it. Thanks again for watching. If you enjoyed the video and thought the tips were helpful, like the video below. If you want to leave a comment also below, do so. Tell me what you want next. Tell me what I can do better. I'll try to respond to them all.